In it. What's up, Rebel? How you doing?
I am horrible. I am going through it. I
What
feel
you going through
attacked.
for?
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm actually pretty good despite the chaos I just literally witnessed. But
But you know, you do know that you participated in it, right? You said
no, and that's what
the
I'm saying. And I take full responsibility for the chaos. But like after looking back at it, it's just like, damn, I'm really mad at myself for like letting myself go there with Bryson. Because like I said, honestly, my whole thing with Bryson was not to like this was like it was really just to nigga clean up this piss. Like you running around here, you going outside to smoke, you going outside to argue with Ty and Bo, you doing all this stuff but cleaning up the piss.
I agree. That
And
was your intention after you got calmed down. But you remember when you came in the house, you was litty.
well, yeah, I came in the house. We was of course all lit. You know, we you know
So you set the tone is what I'm
we're
saying.
gonna
Like,
oh I said the
you know what I'm saying? You remember? No, they was all sleep. They like at the end of the day, like we gotta give it. They was sleep.
yeah they
So
were
if,
asleep.
if
Okay,
y'all would have
and
came there and just you would have came and got in the bed, it would have been like a totally different tone. When you came in there, you
we
gotta
would have
remember
not had episode 8.
that's true. Or you would have just had a more kind of thing, but it was very chaotic. It was a lot going on, like we had to cut out a lot of stuff just to be the safe
Hmm.
route because it wasn't appropriate for YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. I think you set the tone. I think Bryson really was not
Okay.
on this issue with you because he stayed back with those two people. They was drinking. Your name really never came up until they was talking about who they like in the group. But it
Who they
was
want to
never
fuck.
right.
They
But it
don't
wasn't
like me. How you don't like me and want to fuck me? I don't get it.
no. But what
Like,
I'm saying is, you set the tone. You worked. You came and woke these people out they sleep.
yeah,
And
okay,
that's
okay,
different. And that's what
okay.
Carla like looking crazy. She looking crazy on camera. Bae looking crazy. Everybody just looking crazy. And then on top of that, Bryson had, he pissed on the couch. So it was just a lot.
Okay, so I set the tone. I came in there with a little bit of noise. I came in there with a little bit of drama, and in in retrospect, it caused it was a domino effect to I guess all the other chaos that was going on. But in my defense, and not even in my defense, just because it's really nothing for me to defend.
Hmm.
Me, Vo, and and Ty had already kind of when we after everything happened, we were like, look, we got to go back in this house because for one, Ty wanted to address Karma because he was really, like I said, Ty was really hurt about the whole situation with Karma because realistically he's doing this. He's trying to put karma out there, and as much as people may feel like it's not genuine,
Hmm.
Ty Ty was genuinely trying to like what I'm saying, do something good for karma. Like he genuinely was, and I can say
You
that.
were yelling for a long time, Miss. It was a lot going on. We was up to like 6, 7 in the morning. It was,
Yeah.
it was a lot going on.
Oh no, we weren't. No, we weren't. It was to like at least 4 or 5 because I
No,
remember.
you went to bed. They was still up. Bryce, I'm telling you, we was still.
Oh
When I
yeah,
said we
Brian,
was
because
still up,
Bryson was still drinking.
he was
Bryson
still
was still
drinking till
drinking.
like literally we got up at 9 and 10 and went to the pink party. But what like it was a lot. It was just like I said, you set the tone by just coming in there.
Okay, you don't
And,
have to say that again. You
no,
don't
I'm
have to
just
say that
saying
again,
because
gang.
I
Okay, I
think
get
that's
it. I
why
get it. I
he
came. I
was
came in
so
causing noise,
he
and
was so mad because he like wow, like I said, we talked about the after show, and you even admit in the after show you want to embarrass him on camera. You really didn't make up with him. You left him alone. Like you basically said everything, basically what made sense now in the
and
after
you
show.
know what? And you know what, Greg? Realistically, I'm actually relieved that everything happened the way it happened, and I didn't soften up with Bryson
Mhm.
because realistically, what I'm realizing, and what everybody should realize, is that no matter what it is with Bryson, Bryson is a character that he's always going to be in that character. He's always going to be that person. There's not really any type of like medium with Bryson. So I'm literally glad that I didn't be like, you know what, I'm not picking at you. I'm so glad that if it's anybody that deserved for me to be a
Oh my
bully
god!
towards,
Like
it was
oh,
Bryson. It
okay.
was Bryson. Karma did not deserve it. I
So
can
why did Bryson deserve it on that trip? Is what I'm trying to understand. Why you say that he didn't do anything on the trip now? Like he really didn't do anything, no more than what him and Ty had, but they was very mature about it, where
Um,
they both stayed out each other's way. What did he do?
um,
Rebel, and you even said you only did it because Ty your friend, so you gonna always take up for your friend.
well, as far as like what he did, like I said, he pissed on the couch.
But that was
But
after the fact. You was already messing and bullying
even
him.
I'm just saying, as far as like what he did, I just felt like what he did as far as the whole Ty thing, in which, like I said, it wasn't even anything as far as me saying, "Oh, you did anything." I really was just coming in there like, "Hey, Ty won this award,"
I know,
whatever case. It wasn't
Rebel.
nothing
Come on,
like.
let's keep it a buck. You seeing your action, you probably like, wow, was on my bully shit. You was like dominating
And
the
I
house
said that,
next to this room. So that's what I'm
and
saying.
I literally.
So let's not use a passive thing like I just wanted him to know. You was on your
No, I fully stand on it. I fully stand on Bryson deserve, because like I said,
how did he
Bryson is a
deserve
fucking
all
bully.
of that is what I'm simply
He
saying.
You say he
From
didn't,
you. Now from Ty, I get it. From Rebel,
and guess
y'all
what?
made it true.
He
Y'all
deserves
made
it no
true.
matter. He
Y'all
deserves it no
made
matter
true.
where it's coming from. No, Greg, you can save that whole truth
You
shit,
did.
because at the end
Rebel,
of the day,
you
we did
admitted
not
in the
have
after
no
show.
truths.
You admitted
Come
in the after show.
on,
You said we
come
did. But
on.
no, you remember at the library, you came to
I
me.
don't know what Bryson has on you, but
You
I
this your
am
this
praying. I
no
am praying
Bryson
it
have
wipes
nothing
away
on me.
soon,
I
because
hold Bryson accountable too.
the way you defend
That's not
Bryson,
true. I would defend you the
the
same way if
no
I
the hell you wouldn't,
yes
Greg, and you
I
know that's a
will. No,
motherfucking lie.
no,
You know
no,
that's a
no,
motherfucking lie.
no, Rebel. No,
Okay,
no. I would defend you if I felt like you was right. Rebel, you when you watch
this
it,
is so hilarious.
you the one was directing Ty and Bo. Ty and Bo really would want to fall back if we being honest. You the one was just like, no, let's go here. Let's go here. Come on.
Okay, and what you're saying is all things
So
I
what I'm
stand
saying,
on.
you set the tone, is what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
I've already agreed that yes, I set the
Right.
tone.
So I'm trying to understand what did Bryson do to you in New Orleans, and you keep saying he peed, but he peed after the fact before you was bullied.
Okay. So you want me to answer this question?
Yeah, honestly.
Bryson did not technically do anything to me at that time in New Orleans. I, however, don't like Bryson.
So
So
you so you bully people you don't like. That's not cool.
yeah, okay.
Why you
D-
just can't see out his way? I don't get that, bro. But that's not cool. Like you can't just no. You know
okay, okay,
that's really
okay.
like
I can't just do
bullying.
that.
That's
Okay,
really
okay,
bad.
Greg. I can't just do that. I hope you have this same. No, I'm not even gonna
I
say I
do.
hope,
If someone
because you
just tell
don't.
me
You
you
do
bully
not
someone because you don't like them, that is
do.
like
You do not tell Bryson that. Like, come on, Greg.
yes,
Let's
I
keep it
do.
all. Let's keep
Yes,
it
I
all the way.
do.
But you
Yes,
do
I do.
not
When it comes down to the Bryson, no, when it comes
it
down to the
affects you
Bryson and Ty
directly.
situation, I did.
Until
I
it
told
affects
Bryson
you
we
directly.
started it just
Until
like
it
I
affects
asked him.
you
No,
directly, Greg. Come on. And
no,
I'm
at
not.
the
We're not
reunion,
even
you
about to
remember
do
the
this.
question I asked him? I
We're
said,
not
you
even about to do
started this
this.
with Ty simply because you talking about shit about this man's music. You started the domino effect. So I'm just looking at you started this. Bryson was, come on. When he first got there, he wasn't really talking to you and he was not talking to Ty. He stayed out y'all way. And y'all went to the thing, nobody would fight. When you came back, y'all had a different energy and you felt like you had to fight Ty battle. Ty even said in the room, I don't want to say nothing because they're gonna all put it on Ty. But y'all did not fall back. You was the main one. You was the main one. So I'm saying you set the tone of bullying this man. Now, if Ty would have did it, I would not say it zero.
Okay. And like I've said, I agree with you. I bullied Bryson. Okay. What's
Okay.
next?
So the thing is, bro, you really think that's okay though?
Yes, I
I'm just
do.
gonna
I
ask
do. I think it's okay
because
when
you
it
don't
comes to
like
Bryson.
him.
I truly believe that Bryson deserves any type of malice or any type of aggression or
You
any
is
type of bully
crazy,
that
dude. Like,
comes his
bro,
way.
you tripping, bro.
Okay, like
Somebody ain't did
like,
nothing
what do
to
you want me
you.
to, like? Come on, if everybody else could stand in their chaos
Okay,
and
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
if he could literally gloat that he's a drunk hot fucking mess, then
Mm-hmm.
why is it such a problem that I'm saying that yes, I'm a bully because I do not like this nigga?
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll leave it alone. I get let on. Somebody want to ask me about what about Carmen dress? Because you was so wrong. And I will say,
No,
brother
and
did
like
apologize.
I said,
He did apologize in the
I
confessional
truly
as well as the
apologize to
reunion.
Carmen,
He
because
apologized.
Carmen did not deserve that. And like I said, I look back at it and I'm just like, damn. For one, I was lit, and then for one, it was just like I felt like it was like I was taking it as like a kiki, and I didn't
How did you feel when
see.
you seen her crying? I can
She
believe
was
it.
she was not crying about the dress. She was not crying about our situation. I will
You
say
don't
that.
think so?
No, and I know that, and you know that, and
No,
everybody
I'm
kind of
for
knows
real.
that.
I thought she said,
Karma does not have all her
"Don't do that.
nuts and
Don't do
shit.
that." Girl, that had nothing to do with that girl crying. Don't do that. No, that's not fair.
No! Oh my God! No, don't
No,
cut
'cause
me.
you gonna say
Let me.
her being out the rockers had nothing to do with her being.
Yes, it does. Karma is a little off the
So
rocker.
you think she? So
So
why you
I
think
feel
she
like
was
a lot of
crying? What happened in New Orleans for her to be crying? Because you gotta remember this before you came back to the house. Why
I
would
feel like
she be
she was
crying?
crying because, for one, Bryson was coming down on her since even before she got there about going to the studio with Ty. Of course, the whole pressure of her not getting to fuck me, or
Oh
whatever
my
the case may
God!
be. After finding,
OMG! You found that out after the fact. That do not change the
oh my
fact.
God.
Another question is, why did you take your chains off if you
I took
wasn't
my
gonna fight?
chains off because Bryson said he was gonna piss on me, and if I have on this dollar store jewelry, I cannot let this dollar store jewelry get wet by piss, because then it's gonna turn my fucking neck green. Any fucking other questions, Jennifer?
No,
Anyways,
because I think I get that you stand in your
no, I'm
being.
kidding. I'm sorry, Jennifer. That was a little aggressive.
You're
But
very, and then I think also too, like I said, I think let's think about it. I think
and
Todd and
Greg, for one, at the end of the day, I did not want to fight Bryson, but I was
no,
going to
you
defend
didn't.
myself.
I ain't
I
about to
was
fight.
going to defend myself
I'm
against
not
Bryson
defending
if
him
I
in the
had
fight.
to.
I'm
I
not
don't have it.
defending you in the
Let me
fight.
tell
I'm
you,
not defending him in
the
the
thing
fight.
is, that, for one, I don't want to be fighting on nobody's camera, on nobody's TV, because guess what? That shit is going to fight.
No,
Granted, all the
you
other
did
shit.
not want to fight Bryce. I know
Can
that
I?
it
Can
was,
I?
but he was embarrassed at the moment when we point out the P at that moment. It's like, what else I got to lose? Because he knew it was film. So he was very clear because he was just saying he never, the way you made him feel like y'all.
Oh my God, the way I made him
I'm just giving
feel.
you why, because we never seen Bryson like that. Bryson is a person that uses his word, but he now trying to get physical. Says he like, me and Rebel is cool. Why in New
Man,
Orleans?
we are not cool. And you know what? And that's his fault for thinking that. We were never cool. We were never cool. Me and
Y'all
Bryson was
made up
never
at your
cool.
party, dude.
Okay, and we made up at the party, and
Y'all haven't had, after that, y'all
think
had
of
no
all the
problem.
things that
Third
happened
episode
after
to the
that.
8th, y'all had no problem. Think about it. Third to the 8th episode, y'all had no problem. Y'all was cool.
But that doesn't mean I don't. That doesn't mean it's just like we're
That
cool.
does not
Like,
mean you.
oh my gosh, like y'all's perception of just because somebody can be cordial with them, I'm being cordial because guess what? We're in a supposedly professional environment.
Don't
We're
do that
supposed to
because
be trying to.
you want
I'm trying
cordial
to.
with Christy though.
I'm
You
tr-
do
I'm
shots
trying.
at her
I'm
every
trying to
time you
be.
got in her presence though. Okay.
You say what?
You do shots at Christy though every time you got in her presence.
I did
So
not throw shots at.
yeah,
If
yeah.
I if I threw shots
You
at
came to her
Chrissy,
party.
if
You
I
came to
threw
her party
shots at
talking about her
Chrissy,
party.
if I threw shots at Chrissy with the way that Chrissy goes on about how she's about that life and how she is on
Oh yeah,
set,
yeah. Of course, I
Chrissy
ain't
would
about
have
to fight stuff. I
Chrissy
ain't
would have
about to
been
fight.
popped me.
Yeah, of course.
If
She would have. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
if anything, if Chrissy really felt some type of way, whatever the case may be. But like I said, I didn't have any intentions on really fighting Bryson. For one, because like I said, I'm not about to be fighting on nobody's reality TV show, because guess what? I don't want to be looked at as
That lady
just
name
as,
is Christy.
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be.
I'm from the country, child.
That's not my story. And then as far as I know.
No, I would give you that. I agree. You do
Greg,
not
let
want to
me
fight.
finish, please. Let me
Okay.
finish this sentence, and you can talk, and say whatever you want to say. Sorry, but
No, do your
I
thing.
feel that I know that had I literally fought Bryson, I already know, for one, he's drunk, and I know my strength, and I'm not even trying to sound like cocky or nothing like that. But like, I know when I get to that point of fighting, you can ask anybody that knows me. I have not.
No, we don't want to
I've
go through that.
technically
We
not
don't want to
lost
do
the
that.
fight. I've technically not lost the fight, and like, I know how I get, especially when I'm
Hey,
really angry.
Teddy.
I'm gonna black the fuck out, and I'm damn near gonna probably kill this nigga in fucking New
No,
Orleans.
you shouldn't even say that on social media, bro. Killing somebody.
What? I said damn near, as far as like really fighting him to the point to where nobody's gonna be able to hold me back. Because guess what? It's you, Vay, and Karma. How are y'all gonna break up two?
We want trying to hold y'all back.
Two big grown.
Get to that thing.
No.
I agree. You was not trying to fight Bryson. You
Yeah,
was
I was not trying to fight Bryson.
you
And
wasn't
like I
trying to
said,
do
and it was not and I want people to know it was not a no fear, because guess what? Bryson in no way, shape, or form puts the slightest bit of fear in me.
I don't
Puts
think
the
you fear him because
slightest.
you always talking shit about him. So I don't think you fear him at all. I just think you just knew this is not what I want to do. You didn't think I feel like you felt like you didn't think that he was that mad. You to me
Yeah,
you
no,
were
I just like I
surprised
said,
that
I just wanted him to clean up the
you.
piss.
Yeah.
I literally just wanted him to clean up the piss. And
But you also call him pissy.
don't talk yeah, you're pissy. Because guess what? Because realistically, Greg, and you fucking know this too.
I'm not denying it, but I'm Rebel.
Had anybody else did that or anything else like that had happened, Bryson would have been the first one to be egging it on.
I get, but listen, you can catch bees better with honey than vinegar. If you wanted him to clean it up, Rebel, all I'm simply saying, you never consider like I need to adjust my attitude. Your attitude is always the same all the way through. It's a semi truck all the time.
And Bryson's isn't like, come on. I met
Bryson.
I met Bryson where the fuck he was.
I agree. In New Orleans, when the piss was caught on camera, you cannot control him.
It gave you a shaking in your boots, Rebel. Just saying, okay, sir.
Rebel wasn't scared. He wasn't scared of Bryson. He wasn't scared of Bryson.
Oh my god! Like who? This must be Bryson's spam page. His fake page.
No.
Because clearly,
no,
they did not. And it's Reb3l. If you're gonna say my fucking name, make sure you spell it right.
See, there you
nigga.
go. There you
Anyways. No, don't fucking. This is the second time this nice whatever person has said about me being scared. And it's like, if you're really watching, you can clearly see nobody fears Bryson.
Somebody just got a valid point. Peeing on yourself for the world to see is a lot to deal with.
But guess what? Bryson does not. He literally lives for shit like that. He literally says, "This gonna make me viral."
Let me tell you why. After the fact, though, you know how people. No, you know how people do.
People let a real. People let a drunk uncle.
Brother, let's be real. Let's be real. Gunwell Bryson did not want that to be caught on camera, but he gotta own it so he can control the narrative.
But guess what? And you know what? And Bryson, if that happened to anybody else, I can guarantee you, Bryson would have been the first. Bryson would have been me on a whole nother level, and you know it.
I think he would have said something. I think you. Okay, let me ask you something. If one of your friends would have did it, how would you would have? Be real honest. If they would have peed on the camera, you would have did something.
You know what? We can move on because clearly, Greg, you are.
Oh no, that's not true. I'm asking you a question. I'm not defending him. I'm defending the situation. If your friend would have peed on camera, how would you handle the situation? Would you still been hard on them like pissy?
No, I would not. I would not have approached the situation if that was my friend. But the thing is, Bryson is not my friend. Okay, Bryson is not my friend. So I have no responsibility. I have no responsibility to Bryson and his feelings because, quite frankly, Bryson has no consideration for anybody's feelings. Okay, so I'm not gonna give you any type of grace that you wouldn't give to anybody else. Fuck all that turn the other cheek bullshit. I'm not that nigga. Guess what? You go low, I'm going to fucking hell.
I get you. I agree with you. All I'm trying to identify is in New Orleans, y'all had no problem. That's all I'm simply saying. If him and Ty would have been into it, it would have made sense. It doesn't make sense because you and him had no beef when y'all met up at your party and when you say you want to move on. That is all I'm simply saying. So when you got to New Orleans, it's a totally different environment, is what I'm simply saying.
Okay, Greg.
So what did you think about
the performances?
Yeah, so what did you think about yours and Lottie's performance?
I thought everyone did a great job. It's interesting that, that as far as like the teeter-tottered comment came up because I mean Greg, you can vouch that people were enjoying my performance.
Yeah, they was.
So it's like the fact that she made that I feel like that was toward when she made that comment. It was probably towards the time that we were into it, and it's just like, okay, girl, I get it. Thank you. But don't do that, because guess what? You were about you couldn't even tell me that people were teeter tottering, because bitch, you were in my face.
Y'all,
You were
y'all both
jamming.
was doing to
You
each
were
other
turned
though.
like
Y'all
right.
both
So
supporting each
don't
other.
do that. Don't get in these like I get so annoyed with like everybody, y'all, they get in these confessionals and they literally switch the fuck up. No, stick to y'all guns. Y'all a bunch y'all literally call me the bully, but if I'm the bully, y'all are a bunch of bitches.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
So what did you think about top performance though? We know about Lottie.
Ty's performance was great. Ty literally gives all the time when it comes to performing. Like I said,
Somebody
even
said,
Lottie,
"That's need help my screen time with y'all." I'm done.
even Lottie, like Lottie,
Yeah,
like
Lottie. Yeah,
the,
y'all all look, but
I mean,
y'all looked good in that pink though.
like yeah, I mean, to be honest, like if I performed the same song for 6.5 years, I mean, I would be,
But that's her bread and butter, right?
that is her bread and butter.
I got that from Ty, so I said that's the bread and butter. But yeah, I felt like
But
it was do good. I didn't know they were both not both, but they first time seeing y'all perform.
child, it's Vay's first time doing everything.
Um, what I want to ask you about.
What else?
So
What else did you?
no, so we did see you see that we did ask Rebel, or
I'm
not Rebel.
sorry, somebody was calling me.
We did ask Vay about how he feel about what happened at night, because Lottie, I didn't know Lottie knew that y'all was sharing room. How did she find out that? Because remember she was asleep when you got back.
Obviously, because Vay probably told her that we fucked.
Because I was
Is,
curious
is
about
that is
that.
that is,
Because
is that what you is that what you're looking for? Yes, me and
no,
Vay
no, no, no,
fucked.
no, no. Honestly, I was trying to.
Like,
No, I was gonna get to that, but me asking you that was genuine because I'm like, how would Lottie know? Because remember when y'all left, Lottie wasn't even there, and she was gone.
La,
She up the next morning.
I don't know.
So,
Lottie must be motherfucking Miss Cleo at this rate.
mm, 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 mm. So you seen the scene when you when y'all when we was outside right
Thank you,
before
Danielle.
right before when we was outside and Ty and Lottie last performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said you had walked him off. Remember when y'all walked off? He said you was talking about how you was just mad about the situation, about Bryson not being held accountable. Like, was
Yeah,
that true?
absolutely.
Is that what you took him out to do?
That was absolutely true. I feel like at the end of the day, we got kicked out of that Airbnb, and none of y'all. It was like everybody was like, "Oh, we're not going to say anything because Bryson's drunk," and it's just like, okay, he's literally drunk all the time. When would we ever have the opportunity to hold
Listen,
him accountable for anything like that? So it's just like y'all are saying, "Oh, we're not going to talk about it because he's drunk," and I'm like, nigga, every single time that we're around him, he's drunk, and it's like y'all literally are just like moving around like, oh, we didn't just fucking get kicked out of an Airbnb. Like, we don't have to figure out this. We don't have to reroute this whole trip.
oh
And it's like
yeah,
everybody just like, oh yeah, and literally even condoning more drinks with Bryson. Y'all are literally even continuously drinking with Bryson. The reason why we got kicked out is because of Bryson's drinking. And here y'all are. Here are all of y'all literally still drinking with the man that just
we
got us
was
kicked
not
out there.
drinking with that man. What are you talking about? I wasn't drinking with him.
Okay. Okay,
No,
okay. Well,
we
I'm not gonna speak for you, production. I'm not gonna speak for you, production. But the cast outside of me, they were still kikiing and taking shots and drinking with Bryson after
oh
that
yeah,
whole
yeah.
situation.
But you
And
probably
yeah,
didn't get it though. You probably was outside. I actually like remember I had really got into Bryson about the whole situation because I told him he needs to go apologize to everybody about the situation. But Bryson was at a y'all spent the night on the street.
no, I left to go
You
be with
know,
my nigga at the time, and
no, we
they
just ended
drove
up
home.
coming. We after the performance, we just came back home. Because it was a lot. It was just like no peace and no peace at the moment. So no, I actually did say something to Bryson about it. At the same time, Bryson was drunk than usual. Like he was drunk like the whole time. You remember, like inside the thing, he couldn't even stand up and
Yeah,
stuff.
and like
So it was
and
just
that's what I'm saying. It's just like it gets to a point to where it's just like, okay, he obviously doesn't understand, when somebody's literally trying to tell him, Bryson, you need to slow down. He doesn't take very well to that. He doesn't take what you can, like. It's like literally you can't embarrass him because he's not embarrassed. So it's just like, what the fuck how the hell do you really deal with a person like that? So
Personally,
yeah, I get very frustrated because it's like, y'all may think it's cute, y'all may think it's entertaining. It's a key. It's a key. It's like everybody's in the comments like, oh, it's a key. It's a key. It's a key. Bryson's such a key until he fucks up a situation that you're
but
involved in.
yeah, he was
Until
smoking, and
until
we got kicked out.
until his key affects you directly. So it may all be shits and giggles and everything, but quite frankly, for one, I was embarrassed that we got kicked out. The shit was in my name, so guess what? I can't even fucking get another Airbnb account now because of that whole shit. So yeah, I'm taking it very personal.
No,
Okay,
I
and then
do.
and then
I agree with that
and then
part.
on top of that, the people that I'm either expecting to either be his friends or people that are supposed to be around him are
Mhm.
literally like, if it's anybody if anybody was asked, if it's anybody that's afraid of Bryson, it's, I'm not gonna say you production, but it's everybody else.
I'm not scared of
They
Bryson.
are afraid of Bryson.
I'm not scared of Bryson at all. I choose my battles. It's like with Bryson drunk, I can't get through him. I do not want to be yelling and then I get nowhere. I like sometimes I snap and I do that and I regret it. So I just don't even try to go there with Bryson. I just
So
try
you
to
so
do
you so you know you but the thing is that I even have to hold you accountable, Greg, for
Mhm.
this specifically. And I'm gonna say this is that, yeah, you say you can't deal with Bryson or whatever the case may be. Then realistically, Bryson is a liability to everybody that's around. And
And that's why I asked the
if that's
question.
something that cannot be addressed,
I'm
then
not saying it can be addressed. I agree, and that's why as Vay, he was a liability on that trip because he got drunk and couldn't comprehend. I totally agree. We're talking about totally two separate things. The drunken part is different. That had nothing to do with your action of being a bully, though. But if you want to address the drunk,
okay, okay.
everything you
No, we
said
could,
is right. Everything you said
and that's what
right
I'm
about the
saying.
drinking is totally right.
I fully take accountability for my bully-esque actions. I am a bully. I am a bully. I say it in songs. I say it in regular talk. I'm a bully. Okay, I am. I can, to a certain extent, I feel like certain people do need to be bullied. Okay, certain people don't deserve it, and that's when I do have to wind back and kind of come back and be like, you know what, you don't deserve it, but you know what, and I'm not even trying to like put any type of excuse on it, but
Mm,
oh shit, my phone is. It's like,
mm.
hello.
Well, at least you own it. What can you
Can you hear
say?
me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear
I'm
you.
not trying to like put any type of I'm not trying to like put any type of excuses for it, but I was bullied. Okay, and I'm realizing that
You
a
was
lot of
bullied
my
when?
actions now,
Oh, you was
just
bullied
like,
when you was younger.
I was like, I was, I was the dark skin, skinny, big head, big nose. That was me. For one, I just moved from
Mhm,
Connecticut, so I had a Northern Island type of accent. So I'm living in the
mhm.
South, and people, what I'm saying, I was bullied. Okay, and once I got to a point to where that shit didn't bother me, I had to become the bully. I can admit that I became a bully to avoid getting bullied.
Mm.
And now in my adult life, I'm realizing that that's not the route to go. However, I can take accountability for my actions. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to sit around and be like, "Oh, this person doesn't deserve it," because guess what? They fucking do. Because at the end of the day, they may not. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
What right. You basically saying it's okay to be a bully. So the word because you was bullied. That's basically that's the meat and
Oh, somebody asked a good question. So, Rebel, do you believe production encourages
oh
Bryson's behavior for views? Huh.
no.
Let's ask the audience.
No, I don't. I don't encourage Bryson action. Bryson is hilarious. Everybody is hilarious how they moment. I do not. I was very
I feel like
frustrated.
to a certain extent, I feel like you condone it because to a certain extent you see an entertainment value to it.
Yeah, I
However, I
do.
feel
I
like
do.
the entertainment value overshadows the liability issue that it becomes.
I totally agree with you. But my balance with Bryson, I'm trying to find a balance where he don't know how to come out of the entertainment stuff sometimes. So when I discover that, I have learned how to just step back and not involve him in a lot of different things. So yeah, I totally agree. It is a challenge for me to find that balance. I do find him entertaining, but the thing of it is he go too far sometimes when we have trying to have a serious moment. Therefore, It's just, I'm trying to find that balance, and I have done. I found it in so many ways, but at the same
Congratulations.
time, I would tell Bryson the truth. In this situation, if we start from the top, I do feel like you the one that was more liable. But when you talk about the drinking, like you said from day one when we was promoting the show,
Okay. We can
I'm
just
just, I'm,
so at the
I'm
end of
putting
the
it
day,
all together. I'm putting it all together.
it's all on Rebel.
Rebel,
It
no,
was Rebel.
no, I'm agreeing with
Rebel
you.
came
If
in with
you
the
let me,
rah rah shit, and
no,
because of
if you
that,
let me
that is why
finish,
we
no,
were in the place where
just
we're
like
at.
you were saying, no, just like you were simply saying in the beginning when we were on the show when Bryce was getting drunk and all of that. Like the drinking is a problem. Like that's undeniable. I totally agree, and I'm dealing with that.
You know what, but and we can kind of stop there. I didn't come on here to talk about Bryson all night because I really don't like
Well, you
talking about
answered that
Bryson.
man question though, so that's why we talked about it.
Oh no, I was saying I really don't like it. Another shot. Yes, I said set the tone. Um, yeah, I really don't like talking about Bryson because I like to be honest, I really don't like Bryson. I really do not like that man. Like I don't want to say I hate him because I try not to hate anybody,
This man
but
is hilarious.
I I literally do not like him. Like he's a disgusting character. He's a
Oh,
disgusting person. He
Jesus.
has no type of like he has no type of couth. He has no type of professionalism to him. And that's why I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't like him. I really don't. And I cannot wait for people to see the reunion because they're gonna see
Oh yeah,
exactly why I don't why he does not deserve to be liked.
but yeah, bro. Did you bring that up to get him emotional like that?
No, I did not, Greg, and
Was
you
you
know that
sincere? Because a lot of people were saying that after
I
that.
was literally trying. I feel like you know what's crazy. I
Rebel.
feel like
Carmen said it's not true. She said, I know us Capricorns. She said Rebel did that to trigger that man.
Karma is a different Capricorn. Okay, for one, because Karma
Okay,
is
y'all like
crazy
each
as
other.
well.
2 days
So
apart.
let me tell you this. I did not do that to be any type of traumatic. I felt like if I'm gonna show everybody the aggressive side, they should also see the side that has compassion. The side that you know what I'm saying, that Bo talks about, that Ty talks about. You know what I'm saying? That everybody else that knows me knows that I have a very compassionate side. So that was the reason for that.
Gotcha. Was you surprised how he broke down like that? Like how he got so emotional, saying that you
He
trying
did
to
not get emotional. He was drunk and he got belligerent. It
what
was
believe?
there was nothing about emotions within that moment, and we don't because I don't want to spill too much because it's very necessary that people get their own opinion on it. But
Mm-hmm.
those was not emotions, Greg.
Them
That
not
was
emotional.
guilt and belligerent drunkenness.
So basically, you have no compassion for this man, like zero compassion.
No compassion whatsoever. If that man was on fire, I would not
Oh
piss on
Jesus.
him.
Oh my God. Come on, Rebel. It's not that y'all God, you just performing now. Come on. Come on
I
now.
would not.
No, why not? He ain't did nothing
I would
like
call
that.
somebody, get somebody else to do it.
Oh my God.
Get
I'm just saying,
somebody else to do it.
Rebel. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, it was a lot.
Get somebody else to
I'm
do it.
surprised what you said got to him like that, though, is what I'm saying.
Because you know what? Like Bryson literally has how many horrible and disgusting things to say about me. Bryson has literally called me said that I have Down syndrome,
I agree.
said that my family must be people that are sleeping together. That's why I look the way I look. I look like I have autism. Like I'm just like all this shit.
I
But
agree.
like all
He
this,
have said that though, but what I'm
no,
saying is,
come on.
you
Like I'm not
always
gonna
be
sit here and have
no.
compassion for
I'm
somebody
not
who's literally
attacking what you said.
disgusting.
I'm not attacking what you said. I'm surprised that Bryson
Bryson wants to
reacted.
come on. Bryson wants to come on. I'm
No,
done.
because
I'm
y'all
done
gonna
talking. You can.
argue. Y'all gonna argue.
No,
I'm not
I'm not.
saying.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not staying.
Okay, but
Bryson, come on and
no.
talk.
Let me just make this one point. I'm not talking about what you said. I'm saying, are you surprised that he reacted like that? Because when he say something to you, you always act tough and hard. You don't never really show your emotional side. So it was just more surprising that Bryson reacted the way he reacted when you was talking about when you brought up all his stuff that you brought up at the reunion. So I'm saying, are you surprised that he reacted in that emotional way, saying like, what he was saying? That is what I was asking you, not what you said.
I so like I said, I was shocked just because I felt like my statement was all coming from like I said, from the heart, and it was
Mhm.
really to show him. It was really to show him like, I get it. I get why you know what I'm saying? I get why you drink. I get why you're upset. Like, I know that you've been through a lot. And I didn't even really get to even finish my
You
statement
didn't.
because
You
I was
didn't.
literally gonna say I was literally gonna say that, like, even like watching certain things like in the beginning, I could relate to Bryson because I understand the frustration of not feeling like you're respected for things that you feel like you should be respected for. But
You did. No, you
he
did
wouldn't
say
let
that
me get
part.
to that
You
point.
said that part.
What?
You said that. I remember you saying that at the reunion. You said
And
that.
like I said, it was like none of that was, he didn't hear none of that because all he heard was, this is my moment to act up. This is my moment to act up. This is my moment to.
Yeah, I got the people kicked out. Yeah, child, he got us kicked out.
No, I got better things than doing than to sit here and scream and shit with Bryson.
Yeah, cause y'all did at the reunion.
I'm not doing
That's
it.
why.
I'm not doing
That's
it.
why I
Y'all
ended. You and Bryson was just on y'all's on y'all. Y'all was
yeah, I'm
not
not doing it.
each other
I'm bigger. I'm
talk.
bigger. I'm literally so I'm nominated for 7 awards at the Pop Smash Awards this year. So yeah,
Are you the most
I'm taking
nominated?
I'm
On number one one?
what?
Are you the most
What?
nominated? Are
The
you the
most
most
nominated out of our
nominated?
group. Somebody else has 11 nominations, but I'm the most nominated out of our group.
I think you're the only one, right? No shade. Are you the only one?
No, Bo is nominated for top reality star,
Is Ty nominated?
and Ty is nominated for top hip hop video for
Oh, which
Roll It
video?
Up. For Roll
I
It
have
Up.
no problem with him for real, for real. Oh, I guess Bryce been mature. Okay. Well, any final thoughts, Rebel? Anything you want to say?
No,
No. But it's over with. New Orleans over with now. I guess they're gonna see on your
thank
bully
God,
stuff
thank
again.
God.
Next week when you come into the, you know.
Anyways, I'm glad that I got to come on here and say a little piece. Um, I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, I appreciate
Um,
you, Rebel, though. Even though you seem like I don't, I really do. I think you're very
you
professional.
don't, you
I
don't,
really do.
you
It's
don't.
just I really do. I really,
You team Bryson. You team Bryson
I'm
because
really
Bryson
not
is the
though.
fan.
I'm really not though.
Bryson is the
It's just
fan favorite. Bryson
when
is the
I'm
fan
labeled
favorite.
that, I
Meanwhile,
don't try to
Rebel is
defend
the
it.
bully.
No, I don't try to defend that because that's what you're gonna think. So why would I try to defend it if I know you're gonna think it at the end? So I don't know what to say when you say that. I just don't. That's why I don't go into that because I know it's not gonna change your mind. You're gonna think that. I know you think that. I know you truly, honestly believe that. So I don't defend it. But he's really not. So but I do appreciate you. I really do. You've been very professional. You've been the most professional one. No.
Oh, let everybody else tell it. I'm the worst of the worst.
No, you a bully now. You come in the room like you know what they say about you, but you are professional though. Like you definitely about business. So I do appreciate that. So, but Bryce said he want to come up and then you about to go. So do you mind if he come up now?
Yeah, go ahead. Have a good night. Y'all be
All right,
safe.
you have a good night too.
Bye.
Bryson, come on up right quick. There go the link. Now I cuss you out, Bryson. Bryson, you would not stop talking. You just was on your bully shit, and your point was the most. Bryson, click on the link. I have to get out of here. I have to go to Detroit in the morning. I have to film there in the morning. So I got to get out of here about 11 so I can get on this plane. Bryson, are you coming up? Bryson, are you coming up? I put the link in the comment, Bryce. I wonder if she coming up. No, you need to come on. Shit, before I go. Okay, there you go. Hey, Bryce. Bryson.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Bryce. Now you telling the people I cuss you out.
I thought he was gonna be all right. Here's the thing.
But he talking about I don't hold you accountable and all that. You know the truth, bro, bro. You really know
Yeah,
I give it
exactly.
to
I
you. I
mean, girl, like you did. Of course, you're not gonna show I've been told shut the fuck up, Bryson, several
exactly.
times.
And you have said stuff like when you feel like I'm going too far, you'll get in my ass. That's what people do. So if a
Exactly. Like,
person
why do you feel like, girl, you was there at the reunion. You heard it.
exactly, you the only person that got cussed out 2 times. I just think that
Hmm.
though they pick and choose. Of course, I told I pick and choose my battle with you because you like a 18 wheeler when you get mad. So I can't. I'm not every time. I'm not gonna get in the way. I'm not gonna do it. So I just pick and choose when I want to say sometime because I'm. It's not gonna make any sense if you lit. You're not gonna remember. So why am I saying something to this dude? Like no. And at the same time though, let
No, I think what's happened with Rebel, he don't like to be embarrassed because he got embarrassed. Like I honestly, I watched the whole episode. I made sure because I'm reminded it.
uh
Rebel couldn't. He's embarrassed, child.
you think he embarrassed for real?
I mean, he may not be
Last week,
embarrassed, but
you know saying last week he was the bully. He came in and set all y'all straight.
yeah, exactly. He was being a bully and trying to like bully everybody and saying everybody want everything, and now all of a sudden, when it comes to when people coming at him and like, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my God, this is too much."
Do
Like,
you feel like
girl,
you went too far with the things you told that man about he looked like a foot in the face and stuff? Sean?
no, he does look like a foot in the face.
Oh no,
He does.
no, he
That's
don't.
why he went back to everybody else and asked them.
That man did not like a foot in the face.
I mean, but at the end of the day, Rebel should have left me alone. You came in, Rebel came in, and he said this on the after show that he
Mm.
didn't feel comfortable coming after anybody
Yes,
else besides me.
he did say that.
So you trying to come after me? I'm like, oh, okay, okay, bitch, let's do it.
Yeah, it was a lot. I'm so glad that trip over with because this is the first trip where we didn't even enjoy. Y'all didn't even enjoy yourself. Like Texas was a lot, but Texas was actually fun. Like that when we all went out, it was drama after the fact. But this New Orleans trip was not fun at all. Like it
No,
was fun.
and that's why I think that next season I look forward to
Somebody
the
said you was
shake.
wrong because you was verbally abusive this episode, Bryce. You was going.
Oh, I was definitely verbally, and I should be.
Not you should be verbally abusive. Yeah, I think that's why I was so surprised you wanted to get violent because I have always seen you use your words. But I knew Rebel had took you to that place. Remember when we talked after the fact? You was just like you didn't care about going to jail because you was like this.
No, I didn't care.
You didn't care. You didn't care. So it was kind of
I
this.
had enough money, and I still do, about bail money,
I know,
about
but still though, it's
some
still.
domestic violence shit.
I know, but we don't we
I
don't want
I
we don't want
wanted to hit
Jersey.
him and get
Bryson,
bailed out.
no, we don't want Jersey shit. We don't want that, bro. We don't need that. We don't need that. We do not need that, man. So I was surprised at you because I thought, you always use your words. So when it got to that point where I'm seeing this nigga from Jersey, I was like, child.
No, I think that he wanted me to be difficult. I think he wanted me to be. I mean, at the time, Rebel, even Lottie said that his performance was mediocre.
It
So
performance was
he
good.
always delivers a 50%.
Bryson, you was lit. You don't. You really didn't remember that
Oh
man.
no, but no. Is when they came back to the house and we
Mm-mm.
were getting into it. Oh no, I was on 100%. I just didn't like you, and you didn't like me, and I was gonna go every place that we could go because we didn't like each other.
So do you regret saying some of the things you
No,
said?
no. Based off of the base profile, no.
Do you
I
okay?
was
Let's say
accurate.
let me ask you this question. Let's say you and Rebel come back for season two. Like, do you see y'all having like a good time, or y'all like being in a place where it's like fun, because you gotta think about it. We can't have successful trips if y'all can't fight and make up. If it's just fight, 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 I don't want that. Like, it should be where we can fight, but when it's time to have fun or it's time to
Mm.
do those things, y'all can have a good time. So do you see a world where y'all can just be like, you know, cordial, and when it's just a great time, or it's just that's a no?
I don't know about great time, but I do know that me and him could be in the same room together.
But so
I
let's
think
say
that's
that the trip
fair.
go out and do like skating or something. Like, would you be like have a wall up, or would you just be like, you know what, it's for the group? Um, you know.
No, I mean, I feel like I need to have a conversation with Rebel because we did have a conversation before New Orleans, which you did point out,
I
is that
did, y'all did, and y'all didn't
we
have.
did
You said what, Bryce?
we did point out that me and him had a neutral we were cool, but
Mm-hmm,
it
a
seemed
mutual.
like as soon as we got into a New Orleans, it was something that switched.
Yeah.
So that wasn't me. That was him.
Yeah, I do think he set the tone, because you wasn't bothering none of them. We was all asleep in the house, and he came in. So I told him, I said, no, you set the tone for that, because Bryson was stayed out of him and Tyway. You didn't say nothing disrespectful. You was in the house because you basically said that you just gonna go to New Orleans. You never been down there. You want to go on Bourbon Street. So Rebel, I think they really got. I think Rebel was more mad that y'all didn't come support Ty, and I think Rebel is the type of friend, if you do something his friend,
And Karma.
and Karma, yeah. So I think he the type of friend, if you do something to his friend, he gonna try to get you back for his friend. So I think he was
So
trying
who
to
do
get.
we really need to be mad about? Vote or Terrell?
Vote and do anything. What you talking about?
So we need to be mad at Terrell.
To my Rebel?
No, Ty.
Oh, Todd, his name not Terrell.
But it's Ty performance, and Ty was upset because we didn't show up for their performance.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, Bryce.
Okay, what are you saying?
Are you lit? Hey, Bryce, you been drinking?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm saying stuff. You seem like you're not understanding what I'm saying, honey.
Okay, so what do you say as far as Ty, like the Ty portion of it?
Okay, Ty didn't do anything. Ty wasn't. We moved back from Ty. We talking about after Ty them left, Bryce.
Okay, so we're on that they and the other young man,
Who is the other young man?
a rebel.
Right. That's what we was talking about. Rebel.
Hmm. But why can't we do a show of why can't we do a show with if they wants to do something to show that I'm not against him? I think they just has this blanketed perception I'm against him. And
They
I'm not. I just think that he's associated with what's the other person name?
to my Rebel.
Yeah,
Um.
Rebel.
So
I
Bryce,
just don't think
Bryce,
it's
Bryce,
just
Bryce. Hold on. Somebody said I'm gonna read you. So somebody just comment. They said I was triggered watching this episode. Bryson action was horrible. They talking about how you was speaking to Rebel. Regardless of Rebel set the tone, that doesn't give someone a right to lash out
oh
verbally.
well that's one person. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
No, but what I'm saying, a lot of people was saying you a lot of stuff you said was like really harsh.
Because he said a lot of hard shit to me. So I mean, at the same time, y'all can say what y'all want to say. You may not have caught it. Rebel has said a lot of shit, wrong shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we going back and forth. That's is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know why Rebel got a problem with me. I don't have a problem with him. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, but he chooses to cho- choose me and not
Mm-hmm.
the people that surround him that are insufficient.
Okay, let me ask you this though. How did you feel about Lottie being disappointed in you? Remember when you and Lottie had the conversation tonight? She said she was disappointed that you said that to Rebel about you gonna piss in his mouth. Did you understand where she was coming from?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and yeah. And I think you said like you felt like Lottie was the only one that really support like had
Yeah,
like really had
yeah. I felt like I mean, I felt like that was excessive for me. I felt like I said it just because I was just trying to like. He was so focused on the piss aspect. Like I was going to. He and it. Am I right? Am I wrong? Did not eventually cleaned up and everything. You didn't
yeah,
charge for that.
you cleaned up. I said you cleaned up, bro.
Right, exactly. So it was about him trying to tell me when to do it is when I got aggravated
Got you. I think
because
also
that's
too,
where. Hmm?
somebody said too. They said Bryson was trying to cut deep. That is fair as a verbal fight. That's the goal. I guess you was trying to cut him deep, right?
Be, because he had been picking at me the whole anything that I did wrong or anything that I did opposite, he would try to make everybody else notice of it
Mm-hmm.
to make me feel like some kind of way.
Okay.
And I just didn't. I was on the fence. So
Mm-hmm. Child Jersey came out for sure, child.
I mean, he realized you realized when he put them two fingers in front of my face and he was like this and he realized I didn't move. I was like, bitch, I still didn't move.
Mm-hmm.
What you talking about? You gonna hit me or no? We gonna fight or no? And he didn't want to fight me. I
No, he didn't.
gave him
I
several
mean, Rebel
opportunities
said
to fight me, and he didn't want to fight me.
I think Rebel was more surprised how mad you got. I think he knew you was gonna get mad, but I don't think he knew you was gonna get to the point where you wanted to fight him. I was even surprised because, like I said, I never seen you fight Bryce. I never seen you trying to get to that point where where you want to fight someone because you use your words so well that you don't have to do that. You see what I'm saying?
I do. It was when he took his chains off. It's where it went left for me. I just did not want to be in that mix anymore. You want to take your chains off? No. I'm going to. You want to go there? Then we can go there. We can do whoever lose or win. It don't matter. You taking off your chains and while you talking to me about what you mad at me about. Okay, well you square up and I'll square up. That's how I took it.
I got you. You also said in tonight episode we showed a little clip. You said you felt like Vay and Karma them didn't have your back at the house when everybody was coming at you. What did you mean by that?
I think they were more entertained about the entertainment. I
Mm-hmm.
think they felt like that we weren't going to like fight eventually at some point because Rebel kept walking away, even though I was kept being in Rebel's face.
Mm-hmm.
Rebel kept walking away, and I don't think that it was going to be a real fight. So I felt like they were just having a little fun.
A little fun. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, they was very entertained by you.
Did they put my hat on? You see, they put my hat
Oh yeah,
on.
yeah. Karma was keeping up with your hat.
Right, they were like Bryson, what? See, all of this right here that you seeing right now, all of him, he wasn't doing it until I was doing it, and he realized that if he does not step up, he would look like a pussy ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
But I was all in his face. He had every opportunity to hit me or do anything. He did nothing of the sort.
Where you get that from? He did nothing of the sort.
From the white people.
Somebody said, which I think is very important. It is entertainment, but at some point you got to take accountability for your action, though. So I think that's referring to you. They feel like you are entertaining, but sometimes you go too far with your drinking. What do you want to say about that?
I already admitted that I peed in the bed. I already admitted that that was inappropriate. I
Mm-hmm.
already admitted that I was gonna clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, or what else you want me to else to do? But if you keep mentioning shit and if you keep trying to come at me and try to act like you got power over me just because you see something
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to use it for camera footage, what you expect me to do?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't
I
expect
already
you to fight
said,
though, Bryce.
oh my
I
god,
was I didn't expect you to fight though. I didn't expect that from you.
no. He wasn't gonna. I expect he took off. He was the one that took off his chains.
Was you
I was
surprised
expecting
that you
him to
got to
hit
that
me.
level? Was you surprised that you got to that level, Bryce?
Was that surprised? What?
Was you surprised that you got that mad that you wanted to fight?
I was, to be honest, I was surprised. It's just because he knew what he was doing while mentioning this narrative of the pissy, 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 pissy,
Mm-hmm.
and I got mad about it because I cleaned up the um even while I was doing it, it was still the narrative. And then we went out to the curb and we was talking, and still restrained myself from going blacking out from him after he came back pissy as this and pissy. That was his only thing the whole season. That was his only thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was waiting. This was his moment to make me look bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He admitted in the after show he wanted to make you look bad. So.
Yeah, he did. He just didn't like me, and I didn't like him, and he tried everything. But also, you couldn't make me look bad because, girl, I would give you education and tools and everything of that nature, and everybody else respected it. You could believe that you're better than me, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, at the same time, this was an education of showing that you can't test everybody. You can't think that you could say what you want to say, everybody.
Somebody said your action was disgusting, Bryson.
And that's what exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to understand I will beat your ass and we will have a goddamn fight right here now. I'm letting you know that's I wanted it to be disgusting. Next, like what?
Oh, so you wanted your action to be low down and
Oh no, I wanted him to put his hands on me. I wanted him to swing one time, and it was gonna be up.
wow.
I'm just being honest. That's why I was in his face as much as he was. That's what he went into the room. You said he didn't put one hand on me.
So you were trying to bait him, is what you saying?
No. What I was trying to help him understand, you saw the way that when he was all the way over that he jumped in my face with his fingers and said he was gonna do all of this and do all of that. Remember that?
Yeah. I remember both of y'all going at it.
And I did not move. I stayed in the same place. Nigga thought I was gonna move and thought I was gonna be shook. No, hit me. Do
Mhm.
what you need to do. Nigga, you aggressive as I'm okay. Well then let's okay. Well then, if we both gonna piss, I pissed on the couch already. I got a little bit piss for you in your mouth.
Oh my God, Bryce. It's YouTube. You already know we had to take some stuff out already. So just think about
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He came up to me acting like he was gonna be dom din da da. He realized that when he jumped up to me with his fingers in my face, I did not move.
Hmm.
I didn't go nowhere. He realizes that he can't intimidate me the way that he can intimidate everybody else.
Hmm.
And that's the end of it. I have no problem with dealing with you, but you need to stop acting like you are on after show saying you don't feel comfortable coming for anybody else except for me. He didn't. He
He
didn't
said
he
it.
say
He
that?
said it. Yeah, he said it. You right.
Okay, so if you're gonna kind of come for me, realize what comes along with it. And you still gonna be out there. Don't think that he's valuable to be on the show.
Somebody said he thought he was gonna punk you. He thought
Exactly. He thought he was gonna punk me. He thought he was gonna make me feel like, oh my God, you pissed on the couch. Oh my God, you're this and you're old. But Gregory, you worked with me for too long to know that's not gonna happen with
oh
me.
no, I knew you was gonna control that narrative.
Mm-hmm.
You was gonna Olivia, what's it called, Olivia Pope?
Olivia Pope. And I peed and what? And why, girl? I had my hand in my dick. And and you showed that I had my hand on my dick. So
Yeah, you did.
how can you say you smelt everything? Girl, I had my hand on my dick. You saw it on camera. I had my hand on my dick when you was coming up to me in the white dress. Cause
Oh
you
yeah,
went to Karma
yeah,
first.
yeah. No, they stopped by
So
you first.
how
Then
did
they
you
came back.
smell all that?
Yeah.
You sound crazy. You just trying to make me sick bad on camera because you know that I'm a goddamn intelligent black man,
Mm.
black gay man that's gonna read you down for and you need to worry about how you
So
treat
you
me.
should have just read him and not trying to fight him. When we get to fighting, you get in a different territory. You see what I'm saying? I don't like, it's different when you read a
I
person.
know, Greg, but once he took off them chains, that was it for me. We could have argued all day, but once he took off them chains, and it for me it was like, okay, you taking off your chains, you see girls laughing at you and all the other kind of stuff, and you think you gonna buck up at me, and you see he didn't raise not one hand to me
Because he didn't want to fight you. He said that. He didn't want to fight you, Bryson.
because he knew he listen, at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you take off your chains, that means you ready to get down.
Yeah, I know. You
I
said
was
you saw
showing
y'all
him that I
conversation.
was baby. I was ready to get down with you in any way. When
Hmm.
I don't care.
Hmm.
He
Yeah,
wasn't ready for that kind of fight,
yeah.
and that's why he just kept moving away and moving away and moving away. You don't take up. You don't want to be in the middle. You want to be in an argument. Maybe be in an argument. Stand on it, but don't take up your chains and tell people to hold your shit. Like you about to knock me the fuck out, or you about to do some shit. Okay, okay. Let's get with it. Let's bang.
No, let's
Let's
bang.
bang, baby.
Not bang bang, Bryce.
No, he acted like he wanted to bang. Once you take off your chains, that means that you want to bang. That's what it comes from where I come from.
Well, I'm from down south. I wouldn't know nothing about that. Yes, they said
Okay,
taking
you
off
take
your.
off your chains. You take off. No, I'm to let him know. Like if you take off your chains, and I tell you, I'm going. So you embarrassed the fact that I say I'm going to piss in your mouth. But I said you so obsessed with my mouth. See, what happened was Rebel was so embarrassed about how quick my mouth was and what I said that the only thing that he could resort to was fight me to get his respect.
So if you
You
know
took
that
off your
you fight
chains. You took off your chains, and you realized I was about that before you even thought about it. Baby, take off your chains and let's go. And then when you buck up to me and you put your hands in my face and you thinking I was going to move or flinch or anything, and then you realize that I didn't. You realize, oh, this nigga really wants that. No, that's how that went. You saw that the footage, you edited it.
Mhm.
You saw when he came up with his two fingers, left and right,
Oh yeah, yeah.
zoom
Y'all both
zoomed
had
up on me, Greg, zoomed up on me like I was supposed to flinch. Did I flinch?
Mhm.
Hell no. I stood right there. Hit. Go ahead. He didn't do shit. He went to bed like I told him to.
Not even with the bed. Yeah, Bryce, you was on your Jersey shit that night, baby. You was on your
I
big
saw the
nuts.
comments. Everybody in the comments recognized that. Oh, Bryson wanted all the smoke. He was on his 10 toe.
Yeah, you was
That
on your bully shit for real.
oh baby, I was not no, because he been picking at me the whole fucking time,
Let
and
me
I
ask you this
I
though.
didn't understand.
Let me ask you this question. That's a why you remember when you and Devontae got into it in Texas? Why you and Devontae never got to this point like you and Rebel did?
Because Devontae talked to me, and
Okay.
Devontae said that he actually does like me, but he was
He was trying to
doing
put
what he needs to do for the show.
and you and Rebel haven't never had a real moment like that.
No,
Okay.
no, we never had a. The Rebel feels like he looked me up. He hasn't gone through my BMI. He hasn't realized what I do, and he went behind Ty's influence, and that Ty's influence. If you go on behind Ty's influence, according to Ty's the most influence behind those. It was just a mess.
Ty probably like how I get in it.
Well,
Oh.
I mean,
So how do you Rebel said at the reunion the people gonna see like I guess when you went off on him when he brought up that stuff like about your situation. How you feel about the reunion? People seeing what Rebel said to you.
Rep said to me about what that because he was just trying to pick
You
on
remember
me.
when?
Like,
What he said to you, and you got real like we had to stop the segment. We just had to go to break after you had blew up on him after what he had brought up. You don't remember that
talking
moment?
about the suit because I did it twice at the studio session, and then I blew up on him on a business meeting.
Oh, okay, yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. Well,
Yeah.
so where do you think the group go from here, Bryce? After this episode?
Are you gonna be honest with you?
Yes.
I think season 2 should be Lottie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, I think it should be they. I think
Mm-hmm.
it should be contrary to what I believe, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be Bo because he really didn't get an opportunity to show. I don't think that uh, a rebel should return because he feels like he's better than the show.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, he feels like he just, you know, where he wears the shades.
Not them
Um,
shades.
I do think that it should be me, Bo, uh, they, Lottie. I think that Chrissy should come back as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that Chrissy should come back as a friend. I think she needs a separate opportunity.
Who?
Chrissy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the manager. I know you was telling me about the manager got to Leon.
Yeah, I don't think that he's ready for it yet. I
No,
don't think that. No.
no, we're
Mm-mm.
gonna leave Leon right where he at. Um,
Yeah, I don't think that
I actually like
Leon.
Leon though. Leon was
I
actually
love Leon. I think Leon is. I think he has the right kind of crazy for reality TV, but also at the same time, I don't think that you have to be able to combat with people, but also not just
go to fight,
it- it-
go to straight fighting.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Leon be
You
want to
got to
fight.
be able to like. I don't feel like he has a middle ground. Like you have to
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
middle
I
ground.
agree. He don't have a yeah. Leon don't have a middle ground. He actually scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That means I don't know what you're gonna show up on, but like, but we could film and today we could film today. Like I want a cast member that I can film today with,
Mm-hmm.
have a disagreement with, and then maybe off camera we can talk about it and figure out what we're gonna do to make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like he's very passionate about, and then the Harley based off of how she left.
Mm-hmm. I think Harley just too sensitive. She don't like drama.
Now, what I will say is, if he comes back based off of just his radio station without Harley,
Yeah,
that will work.
I would like that. I would like that.
That will work.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I
I
think he
think if
feels so, but I think Leon feel uncomfortable around the group because they doubted him. And I don't think he would want to put himself through that. You know what I mean? Like, why would I come back and put myself around people that don't believe I'm a real manager? Why would he do that? So I don't think he'll do it. I
because
think
you try you're that's the purpose of the audience. The audience is automatically gonna doubt you.
that's true,
If
but he
you
don't. But
can't
I'm saying
handle
Leon
it,
don't understand it though. He don't understand it though. So it would. I feel like you said, he will snap or he'll give you something one day that is totally different than his consistent.
I would honestly bring honestly just and I would bring Leon me to talk to him and me to talk to him specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring Leon, not Harley. It's not because she's not good. It's just
What did you
because
think about Harley's song?
I thought Harley's song was a great progression, a good start. I have plenty of songs that I have that I that knew like I don't think that Harley's song is like
You don't think it's as bad as what people made it is?
no, it wasn't that bad. No, I think they wanted to hard like be on Harley just because she was a trans woman. To be honest,
Well, I don't know, cause you think so?
I mean, I listened to the song several times and it sounded good, but I mean, I do have to listen several. I ain't gonna lie and say I don't. I did have to listen to it several times to see what her temp was.
Mm-hmm.
But she just needs people to be around her to help her realize her true talent.
Mm.
I think that Harley has a good possibility because she's flexible. You saw the way she performed. She's a good performer. Um, I think that I think that I think that he needs to focus on his businessman. He needs to work on his relationships within the industry
Who,
before
Leon?
he can present people to people.
You said you feel like Leon should work on his relationship with the people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like that will be a perfect thing for season two so people can see that if you're a manager or if you're not a person like me, like I had to, I had to worry about like how I interact with people to
Mm-hmm.
allow myself to move within the industry. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that he has a radio station, and I think that we want to be on this station, but is are we being tracked? Are we getting
Right.
paid
Right.
for those?
So, question, Bryce. To be honest, would you like, based upon knowing Leon, would you let him manage you?
No, no,
Okay. Okay, but you'll still support
no.
him as a friend.
Yeah, I will still support him until he tells me that he's got some connections that are going to get us all paid, not just me, but him as well, because he gets a percentage of it. If he's not worried about how much he's getting paid, then why would I worry about him being my manager?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get your point. No, I would ask him more like, would you let him manage your career?
At the moment, no. Unless, and like I said, unless that he showed me that he has everything in line for us to be okay. Perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do sound exchange, right?
Okay.
Do you know what sound exchange
No,
is?
I
If you
don't.
don't,
No, I don't know what that is, Bryce.
okay. So sound exchange is the reason as to why you can't necessarily just put my music on an episode
Oh,
because
right,
it
right, right,
tracks.
right. I got you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what he would have to do is he would have to negotiate and say, okay, it's a certain amount of plays or it's a certain amount of so Sound Trust will say, okay, we'll allow you to do a digital distribution deal
Mm-hmm.
that allows us to you to distribute this. It's a lot of in between shit that people don't do. But
Mm-hmm.
when somebody like Ty releases a song,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they released it last week, and then you're able to put it in, and you have no problems. That's a problem,
Mm-hmm.
Gregory. The reason why I'm telling you that's a problem. What happens if that song blows up?
Right. Who own it then? If it blow up, the
He
people that.
does, but he can come back to you and say you owe me blah 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 blah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So the fact that you don't have my songs in is because I have protection, and
Right.
nobody recognizes that I'm protected, and that's the reason as to why.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just feels like I just don't have no music. No, it's just because Bryson music is protected. Girl, you
I thought you
don't.
said you was gonna put an EP out soon.
I am. I'm up. I wanted to put an EP out,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like it's more beneficial for me to do individual singles.
Single. Okay. What will be your next single?
Well, I have "Can You Hear Me Now," and
Okay.
then I have another one that says hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one that's coming out. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know the name of it as of yet, but I
Oh,
have
so you
two
got a song
singles.
that you don't know the name of?
I have a one song that I don't know the name of as of yet because I'm trying to clear it with the producer as far as getting the track to
Uh-huh.
make sure that I can release it.
Okay.
Um, but I do know it's called in my mind. It's called the first song is called "Can You Hear Me Now?" I
Mhm.
know that's coming out, and then the other one is called "You Owe Me a Check."
You owe me.
Yeah, you owe me a check. You wasted my time. So
Oh,
you owe me a check now. Pay me.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm not gonna release the EP. I feel like it's more conducive for me to continuously release songs
Mm-hmm.
that are gonna be associated with my brand
Okay. So you say you.
versus me spending $3,000 or $4,000 in bulk. I might do two, or I might do three, or I might do four albums in between. But it's a song realizing just how Beyonce did Renaissance. Beyonce released songs every other 3 months. We didn't know the name of the album, did we?
Mm-mm, not right off.
Right, but she released Power. She released different songs off of Renaissance. That
Mm-hmm.
was back how they did it back in the day, and that's how I want to do it.
Okay. Awesome. 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 Okay, Bryce. I have to get to the airport. I have to fly. I'm gonna be in Detroit for the next 2 days for some filming. It was good talking to you. And I will see you on next Wednesday. And stuff like that, huh?
Okay, well, I'm right now. I'm in Connecticut because
Oh,
I
you
have
sent it to me.
to.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Well, we'll talk when you get back. Take care of your family and all of that stuff like that. It was good talking to you, and stuff like that. So we'll talk, I'm sure.
All right, well, I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy your trip.
I will, huh? Have a great night, honey.
All right, bye.
All right. All right, guys. I have to get out of here. I have to get on the plane, get to Detroit. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You guys, we will be back on Wednesday night next week. We had to change some stuff in the episode. That's why we couldn't put it out yesterday, but we'll be back on our regular night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you guys for supporting me, watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. We got about 4 more episodes to go before the reunion, which is going to be epic. And yeah. You guys continue to have a great night. Stay in peace and not pieces. Be blessed, good people.